Welcome back to From Cookies to Closings, the podcast where real estate is anything but boring. I'm your host, Nicole Wilkie, and today we're pulling back the curtain and getting real about what actually happens behind the scenes in real estate. You know, the stuff you never see on Instagram. We're talking true stories, no filters, no sugarcoating, like showing up to a listing appointment and being greeted by dog poop everywhere, or the time we encountered voodoo dolls, wild energy, and a seller who seemed so determined to sabotage their own deal. Yes, these are real stories. Yes, they really happened. And of course, we're balancing the chaos with something sweet. We'll be wrapping up today's episode with a cookie review from Bella Napoli, because no matter how crazy the transaction gets, there's always time for cookies. So grab a coffee, grab a cookie, and let's dive into the deals you never hear about, from cookies to closings. Let's get started. Hi guys, I'm Nicole Wilkie, your host from Cookies to Closings, and today I'm excited to be here with our returning agent, Natasha Golaz. Welcome.
Hi, I'm so excited to be back for our second episode, and we have a lot in store this episode, so I'm grateful for that you guys get to experience it with us.
Super excited. So again, we will be doing another fabulous cookie review, but we'll do that towards the end of the episode. And today we do have a special guest with us, so we're super excited about that. So introducing
Kevin
Bickens. Hello. The one and only. So thank you for joining us. We're very privileged to have you in the office here, or in our studio here with us recording. And so, Kevin, how was your holiday?
Fantastic. Missed my children. I was up here doing some real estate business because I'm also licensed in Tennessee.
Nice.
Besides being a member of the Red Dog team here in New York.
Very
Glad
good.
to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Natasha, how was your holiday?
My holiday was pretty good. I spent it with family. Everyone came in town, and I hosted at my house again, so it was pretty good.
Very good. Well, that's perfect. You didn't have to travel.
Nope, I didn't. How was your holiday?
My holiday was great. My Christmas was wonderful. I spent it with my family. My daughter's home from college. My son is home. And me and my husband, my in-laws came over, my parents, my uncle. I mean, it's not a
family.
Yeah, not that big, but we had a great time at my house. We played games and ate a lot of delicious food. And
you said you had prime rib for dinner?
Prime rib.
So
it was
did I.
delicious. Yes, it seems to be a trend. Kevin,
Yeah.
what did you have for Christmas?
I had prime rib for dinner.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. So as you can see, the three of us, we like prime rib.
We're very savory
Have to be a
people.
tradition.
Very savory people.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Well, we're going to start off today by discussing some things about real estate, the real, the raw, and stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you don't really hear about. So we're here today to kind of dive in and just divulge.
Tell a few stories of things that's happened, so you could just understand a little bit about what real estate agents experience or go through.
And what our clients go through. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Who wants to go first?
Kevin, let's go. You're
All right,
Okay,
you're our guest. Let's go.
We'll start with a fun one I had just several months ago. It was at a listing of mine that during the inspection process, they found a loose board, we'll say, in the upper bedroom. When they pulled back the board, it revealed
What?
a doll, the voodoo doll. of some sort.
What?
Voodoo doll.
Wait, what?
I
Where
was-
was this?
The upper, this was in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And we won't say the name of the town.
No.
But and it was in the upstairs bedroom, and the house was built in 1890.
Oh, wow.
So there's possibly a lot of stories to it and a lot of years of life lived.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
eerie.
And the doll was dated 1891.
The doll was actually dated. Was it handwritten?
It was like a little pencil markings,
Wow.
handwritten. It was stuffed in the old insulation in the home with these old boards, and it was the freakiest thing. I said to my client, "Don't touch it.
Right.
Don't touch it."
Yes, do not mess
Do not
with
touch
that. Now tell
What was
me.
your next steps?
Yeah.
Well, my client, the actual seller, looked up on his phone and he found out that potentially this meant for luck, or it meant that somebody had died during the building of the home.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Which at that point I was like, I'm just a real estate agent.
Yeah.
I'm along for this ride, this story of life. But, my client did some more research into possibly what it was. And it led to the buyer who was going to buy the home.
Right.
A little gun shy about it.
Oh, no. Did the deal fail? Tell us.
The deal did fall through.
Oh.
The person is very much a believer, and they believe that possibly it could have been spiritual, or it could have been caused by a death.
I could understand that 100%. I'm also with them on that. I rebuke any negative energy.
Well, there you go.
It is scary.
It is
back in the day. That's maybe what they did. Obviously,
I
wow.
don't know that, but it could. The positive side was it was for luck.
For luck, right?
For
Let's turn it around.
But
Now,
it was-
did it end up selling? Let's talk about luck.
No,
Oh.
no, we have. It's ended the listing, and it did not. Sell.
Oh, geez. So there you have it. If you find a voodoo doll or something of that sort, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
We will try our best to sell or to help the client out, but it could be a real sign.
That was beyond my scope.
That's crazy.
By the way, Natasha, we were just talking about an experience you had that you were going to tell me about.
Yeah, so I also had a pretty crazy experience during a real estate transaction that I had to deal with. Well, my client honestly had to deal with. It was my first transaction ever, and I was learning everything as going through this first deal of mine, but it became a little tricky during the end of the transaction once we're trying to, get everything in order and tie things up to get to closing. So I had my buyer in Hoosick Falls, New York. She was a first-time homeowner, 21 years old, looking to buy a house.
Oh,
for
wow.
her boyfriend.
Great.
Yeah.
That's young. Wow.
Really
Yeah,
great.
she's a hard worker.
Wow. Impressive.
And
Sounds like somebody we would know.
You're right. Exactly. Pointing this way.
so we are working together during this transaction, and she finds a house that she truly does love. We get into the transaction. Obviously, her offer gets accepted, and we are able to move forward. Everything was good. The buyer and seller were getting along well. Everything was fine until the end when it was time to get to that final walkthrough. They started going back and forth a little bit over messages because my buyer had to do some repairs before closing on the house. So she had to be in the property working on the bathroom's ceiling and some chip paint. So there's just some little
Was
things.
that because of their financing?
So they did have an FHA loan. So it's a governmental loan where an appraiser needs to come out and get a little bit of insight on the property to see if they'll pass to get the financing and lending for the loan.
So it's livable for the person.
Yeah, I mean, somebody was living there too, but they have strict regulations.
Yeah, they need to be done, and the repairs need to be met before closing.
Right.
So unfortunately, my buyer had to go into the property and work on the property while the seller was still living there. So that became a conflict because they got each other's personal information and was able to conversate back and forth. Typically, I try to keep my client, and rather if it's the buyer or the seller, away from each other. You can talk to your agents and attorneys for any communication. But unfortunately, they had a communication with each other, and then it went just downhill.
What happened from there?
Oh, gosh.
Well, first, did they do the repairs? Did they get the financing?
They did get some repairs. The sellers were getting a little annoyed that my buyer had to keep coming in to do repairs, but it had to be done to get to closing. So it was something that just had to be a little sucked up, And we had issues when it came to communication with them too. They would go back and forth. And then my buyer started receiving crazy texts from the seller trying to self-sabotage their own sale, honestly, with messages saying crazy things that were so crazy that made my buyer reach out to me saying, hey, I feel very uncomfortable or attacked or anything. And I would have to reach out to the attorney saying, hey, my buyer is being harassed right now by the person she's buying a house from. So it was a lot going down. She started getting messages in the middle of the night saying there's demons in the basement.
Now you're becoming a legal
And why would the
mediator.
seller, why would the seller want to sabotage the sale? Was she just annoyed because it took so long?
I think it was partially the reason why she was getting so so upset is maybe because of the
Maybe those repairs were really good. Not
Yeah, she loves the house now.
So
Could
there was
be.
just a whole bunch of things, and then arguments. There was a whole bunch of different arguments and debates that I would try to step in and clear them and get them all aired. Well, like
that's a lot that you had to navigate, especially, did you say this was your first transaction?
It was my first transaction. So finding out all the rules and regulations during this and saying, hey, should this be happening or why is this allowed? It was very hard, especially with the selling agent was from Florida. They were not in New York. They were not a lot of help. It was mainly me in this whole transaction.
Sounds like a complete nightmare. Now, it sounds like you said you closed on this property, so congratulations on that. But tell us about maybe the final walkthrough, or was there anything else that made it difficult to actually get to that table?
So our final walkthrough right before we get to closing, and my buyer was pretty eager to close on this because unfortunately her apartment that she was staying in at the time was going to be up for her lease was up on the 1st. So she needed to have this house closed, and there was some pushbacks with repairs that made the closing date push back, and we needed this done. It was very time sensitive. So our final walkthrough comes the day of closing, and we walk in. To our surprise, the sellers are still there. They have a personal items. It was unbelievable. They had a whole bunch of things. They had TV racks on the walls. There was shoe
containers or whatever. The compartments where you line your shoes up.
And then the pool. There was a index blue pool in the back.
Okay.
Was the pool float still there at least?
The what?
Was the pool float still there?
Everything else was.
They took the good thing. I think maybe because the listing agent was out of state, didn't advise their client that on final walkthrough day, sellers should not be in the property.
Right.
Have all your personal items and belongings removed. Final walkthrough means just that, right? Yeah. Bring your clients.
Maybe their selling agent needed to be on a team. Maybe like Red Dog. They would have a support staff.
And for people who may not be into real estate, a final walkthrough is essentially something that you do at the end of a transaction to make sure that the house that your client is buying is in the same exact condition that it was when you first put your offer in. So you want to make sure that there's running water, the lights are on, there's no holes in the walls, exactly how it was when you put your offer in that you wanted.
Right. And all items are removed. Right. So perfect. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but go ahead. Let's talk about that pool. Okay, that's where we left off.
For viewers kind of imagine a blue index pool. The pool was full of garbage, and I'm not just talking home supplies like old personal items that they wanted to trash. I'm talking about kitchen garbage can trash, maggots spewing out.
My God.
Wait. Pause that for a second. It had personal belongings in the pool. Then did I hear you actually say it had kitchen garbage, like food?
Pizza. They had like a whole bunch of actual living garbage.
That's disgusting.
It was horrible.
Rude.
So my client had to pay for a junk removal to come in, take care of it. And during this walkthrough, it was not how we originally seen it and expected to be closing with. My buyer was so eager to close because she was going to have to leave her apartment. She had
time constraint.
Just deal with all of this and close. So that's probably, I know that was a little long for everyone, but that was a crazy experience for my first.
That's crazy. Kevin, have you ever seen anything in the years you've been in business like that?
Well, similar too, but not as bad as that. That really for a closing, and the selling agent wasn't there?
Nope.
Wow.
All emails and trying to get a hold of
That's why people should be careful with the agents that they select, because from start to finish.
Yeah, you need to make sure you have an agent you have good communication with and can guide their client through the process the right way so that everyone can have a smooth closing. Now, you said you did close on it, and I know we'll wrap this up, but after I'm hearing that, I'm putting this through my mind now. So the sellers were home during final walkthrough.
Right.
After she closed, did she go right back there to make sure that they were gone and didn't cause damage to the property?
Okay, so the story continues a little with after our closing, we go back for a little celebratory pictures in front of the new house that she just recently
Of
bought.
course.
Yeah, it's her first time.
Right.
Did you have a sold sign or? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did bring 2 sold signs.
So
and
fun.
We took some quick pics and we turn around to open the door and, so she can go into her house for the first time when she truly owns it, not just going into the house. Like, this is when she owns it. But we look on the porch and there's a picture frame flipped around, and on the back cardboard, it is written completely full, no room for any other insult. It is a full letter to my buyer saying the most crazy things about, I don't even know, saying like, I don't remember word for word, but it was like essentially
Disparaging
talking
marks.
down on my buyer.
Disparaging.
And saying, hope you have a great time with your new house.
Why?
It was so super crazy.
That's crazy. So the seller who was there during final walkthrough took the time to write a long letter, letter on the back of this picture to leave for the buyer.
Honestly, to probably just hurt her feelings. It was all negativity.
Oh.
I'm sorry that
the karma comes around for those people.
It does.
Karma comes around.
It was unbelievable. I did not expect that. My client, or at that time, not even my client anymore, just a good person I'm with, is just reading a terrible letter left for them. And
that's
I'm like,
awful.
I feel so sorry and bad for you. I am super sorry. And that's where the transaction ended.
Well, I hope that she went in her backyard, had a fire pit, and had a party, a housewarming party, burning that right up.
Those pool goodies too.
Yeah, that's I said the trash, but you're right. That is going to be like the star in the tree. Like,
correct.
Just burn it all.
Burn it all. But to date, how many months ago was that?
Probably like 4 months ago.
Okay, so 4 months ago, have you checked in with your client?
I have.
Okay. And
how's she doing?
And she is doing really good.
Okay.
My sister is actually my sister's sister-in-law. So
good.
It's still in the family. We're able to communicate a little bit. And I hear she's doing well and is probably doing some more repairs and making the home hers. But yeah, everything is doing well for that.
Good.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, so she loves her house. It worked out. But wow, patience.
There's a lot that she had to go through. Yeah. But she's outgoing. She's a hard worker. She knows what she wants. So I'm sure she's doing just fine.
That's great. Well, congrats to her. What a young buyer. I love to hear that, because did you know what the average age is of the first time home buyer? Little trivia. What do you think? I know the answer. Yeah. What's your guess?
So my guess is going to be around 35, 37.
34.
40.
Is it 40?
So what I read, and I could be wrong because, hey, it happens. But yeah, but I do believe what I read was the average age of a first-time home buyer is 40.
So
I would agree with that. A lot of people are staying home and saving up for that big purchase now.
Yeah.
It's also
a
sign of the times. Sign of the time.
Yeah. I mean, things are just expensive and they have to do what they have to do.
But she beats me out. I bought my first house at 26. I thought
26?
I thought I was young.
That's good. I'm trying to think. I was in Raleigh when we bought our first house, and I believe I was probably 27.
See? That was young.
I might have been 28. Yeah.
Well, that's still amazing.
Yeah. But 21.
21.
Ooh, you can do it. That just shows
it.
Everyone out there that if you want to, you can. You find a house in your price point, right? If it's lower, if it has repairs that are needed, find a good agent to guide you, to educate you, get a loan, a lender, and make it happen.
Don't get an agent experienced with the easy deal. Find one like Natasha, who's done the hard deal.
It's true.
Yeah.
It'll be a walk in the park for you.
She's ready for it.
That's excellent. That's true.
Okay, so that was a little about a crazy experience I had, and I know Kevin talked about his, but Nicole, what's one of the craziest experiences
you're up to bat here.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I've had a few, but being on the spot here and thinking really quick, the one that comes to mind that I never really could get over was a listing appointment that I went on, an appointment trying to get this listing. And so it was when I was newer in the business, so I was eager, as I always, I'm very competitive. We're all eager, but, I really thought I was putting my all into it. So got all ready, mentally prepared, did comps beforehand, and knew the area pretty well. So I thought what I was going to be walking into was going to be a nice home. Okay, let's get to it. I was greeted at the door by the sellers, and there were probably 9, maybe 10 dogs, all puppies, that greeted me. me.
Whoa.
I love puppies, red dog. We get it. But they were breeders, and I don't think they were like doing it the right way.
Flavorful.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah. And they definitely probably were not even allowed to have that many dogs
No.
in the
In the
city
property.
where
No.
it was in the city.
Whoa.
I'm not going to say where it was. So that aside, that was fine in the beginning. And then as I walked in and started talking and exploring the property so I could learn more about it, I realized real quick that I needed to start zigzagging to the right, zigzagging to the left. There was piles
Oh, no.
of dog.
No.
See where I'm going? I mean,
No.
dog feces. Like, there was just shit everywhere.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. I mean, there was piles to the point where I don't know if I had already run it, walked over it, but by the time I looked down and noticed, I was like, whoa. Obviously, the smell was bad enough when I walked in, and I thought, okay, it is what it is. Older home, a lot of pets. We experience it all, right? But there was so much dog piles that at one point when we were walking up the stairs to go explore upstairs, it was like just rooms up there. They didn't really use it. So that's where they would send their children to go play. However, the animals were allowed to go up there as well. So there was piles up there as well. And that's their play area. So to me, I was like, new in the business, freaked out. I said, I cannot believe that somebody would actually reside like this with a family, but then be ready to sell.
And think it's okay.
So I was a little floored, but then when I turned upstairs to go and I was looking at the rest of it, I didn't run out. I found the bathroom, and in there were needles.
Oh boy. Here we
Needles on the
Oh, boy.
vanity. They were on the floor by the toilet.
The kids
go.
Upstairs.
Wonderful.
So yeah. So that blew my mind and opened up my mind to a lot of situations that actually does show that people, live different ways. And
Now, how did you
Unique.
feel about the deal? Did you stay with them as your clients, or
no.
Good for you. Most of us, we just go with it, but we're so eager.
I mean,
we'll take any listing.
listen,
But good for you.
sometimes it's better to say no.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll make more work for you, more harder, and look bad.
I could not even think of stepping foot back in that. Now, the funny part is this was back when me and my mother, did deals more together, and she was there with me as well. And she was still working
Poor
it.
lady.
She was still talking to the sellers.
She's still selling.
She was like in it to win it. Like,
was hard though.
she does. So she was like really pressing for it. And she was like asking questions about the heat, the structure, this, how long they lived. Like, she was going for it. And I was already reserved back going in my mind. There is no way. There's no way.
There's needles.
Yeah. There's no way I'm coming back in here. Correct.
There's needles.
Correct. And she was just, going with it. And then we quickly, summed it up, whatever, shook hands, got in the car. And I looked at my mother. I said, what were you doing? She's like, that was disgusting. No. So when the sellers,
hand sanitizer. Let's
I know,
go.
we were, the smell, the experience, it's just, so in this business, like we said, right, we do have to help our clients get the deal done. So some people live different ways. That's fine, right? And it's our job. They call us, the professionals, to find the solution, right? To find, the fix, how to help them. But in that case, that was not a property for me. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to know that that's beyond helping,
Yeah, and that sounds like a disease for you.
Yeah. I wasn't.
No.
Right. And I don't know, right. Was it their family? Is there other people in there?
Needles, it's not for you.
No. So on the fly, that's the one that I would share with you today.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough story.
It was really.
I'm thankful you're here with us tonight.
Next up, what do we have, Kevin?
I brought the cookies today.
Woohoo!
Bellinapoli Bakery, located in Troy and Latham, New York, for decades. Absolutely wonderful. So many sweet treats to talk about, but for your Italian cookie taste, yes, I made the mistake. It's normally chocolate chip cookies. I did not bring chocolate chip cookies.
That's all right.
But
what did you bring?
We have a whole bunch of Italian cookies. It's wonderful.
You brought a ton of cookies. We'll have to share some throughout the office. But
only the people we like.
Exactly. They look delicious. I'm excited to check them out. Now, Bellinapoli has been there for decades, like you said. I remember growing up little and going there, getting their butter rolls and
Oh, I
rum
love them.
cakes and
Oh,
I mean all of
their
their delicious
cakes,
sweets.
their,
Yeah.
you know, sandwiches. They're just wonderful bakery. Great people. Service is always
Yes.
excellent every time I'm there. It's nice to keep a local business going, just like we're local realtors. We're the people, as you say, selling agents from out of state sometimes don't work, you know, but when you have a great team, it works.
Yeah, you know, exactly. You know the area and everything. Yeah, so Bella Napoli's great. Now, there's always lines out there on holidays. You have to
Christmas Eve was
pre-order.
just down the block.
Oh, I was one of those people on Christmas Eve.
No, you weren't, were you?
I was getting those last little cookies, waiting there for 45 minutes for some Bella Napoli cookies.
Did you pre-order?
No, of course
Okay.
not. I'm, you know, senior citizen.
Next year you'll pre-order.
Yeah, I'll think ahead.
I had a client meet me at not holiday, but at a showing, and she's from this area, but she lives in Virginia now, and she's an investor up here now. Love her, we become great friends, but she actually brought me. She loves Bella Napoli. Every time she's in town, she goes there. So she brought me these cookies with dogs on it, like they were
that's so
frosted with
cute.
like these 3D like looking dogs. It was so cute, so thoughtful, and it just was really nice.
Yeah, they do have a lot of creative, cool things there.
Yeah.
My stomach is growling.
All right, then. On that note, if your stomach's growling, let's have a sweet treat. Let's pass them around.
I like the Italian wedding
you.
cookie, or some people call it the anisette cookie, whatever. Everybo's got their own idea.
There's
with
other
it.
ones at the bottom there. All right, let's see. We're going to show it up close here as the sprinkles are falling off.
Size of this thing.
And then we're going to break it for the camera. So let's see if we can. Ooh!
It's going to be dust.
Okay, there we just said that.
Cookie muscle. Come on. Wait, Kevin, he already started. He dove right in. Hold
Let
on.
me get it going then.
All right. So it's 3 bites is how we do it, Kevin. He already did one. The first,
my mess.
that's okay. The first one is to dive in and indulge and experience it. The second one is for the texture. And the third one is the overall opinion. So let's go.
Okay.
A little dry.
It's so dry.
That was a lot of money for a little dry cookie.
Well, Nicole, you love giving your food.
I don't even know what I'm eating right now.
Neither do I.
Can I say that was only one bite? I don't want
This is
to.
not to my. This is not to my preference.
I mean, Bella Napoli is usually really
We need to
good.
move on to another
So
cookie.
I'm not really sure what this is
This might be
called,
leftover from the holidays.
but it has no flavor. I'm very sorry
No,
to say
It's
that.
like weird too. It's like
It's
soft
grainy,
Hold on.
and so-
chalky.
Okay. This is soft. Go back to the Italian wedding.
Wait, I'm still reviewing here,
We're moving on.
but I can't. I'm sorry, I cannot do a second bite of this.
Okay, this is my review of 2. This is worse than the gluten-free cookie.
Do not get the vanilla.
I'm gonna go with a 0 because it has no flavor.
Yes.
Wait, I
At
was
all.
going 0 too. I was.
I'm
And I
going-
love Bella Napoli, but this vanilla butter, supposedly chocolate, whatever it is, cookie.
It made my hand.
It's a flop. Thumbs down, avoid. But don't worry, we have other cookies that we're going to go and review. Oh, this already feels much better.
Yes.
This feels better.
All right,
Classic.
check it out.
Go Italian wedding cookie.
There you go. I'm going to put this other one down here.
We're back with an Italian wedding cookie instead.
Very excited to try this one.
We'll do this.
We'll break it.
Hey, Natasha, I think you can break this one.
Yes, it's a little bit softer. She did it. Good job. All right, let's see if we can get to 3 bites.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mmm.
That's what I expect.
That's what I needed after that.
Mm-hmm.
You went from taste
Way
to
better.
cola taste.
Way better.
You got a little lemon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going for my second bite already.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay.
Now this one already we're all saying tastes way better. Has a lot of flavor. It's soft. Let's start with that. Texture is nice. The frosting is so nice.
So good.
Tasty.
A little sweet.
And not too lemony where it's heavy.
Mm-mm.
A little color for love.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we need. That I should have got the chocolate chip cookies apparently.
Hey, Kevin, this one's good. You can't have all winners. You know, like we said on the first podcast, I'm sorry, you know, that gluten-free chocolate chip was not great, but it is what it is. We're just giving honest reviews. We're honest people. We tell it like it is. And
And if you want us to trust us as real estate agents, you should trust us in life, and with our
cookie reviews.
And even from a place we love.
Yeah. And I mean, I go to Bellinapoli all the time. I mean, we get more than cookies there, but
right.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. There's a lot that we do support them. We love them. But just that brown cookie is a no-no. This one, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So, Kevin, you're going to start by rating it. What would you give it?
A scale of 1 to 10? It's good, fresh as I would have liked. But I'm going to still throw it a 7.
Okay. That's a valid. I think that's valid.
Well, I was also going to go with 7 because the flavor is there. It is a real big change from the first cookie we just had. So it's like refreshing, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go 7.
Okay. I like that. I don't like that you both rated it the same, but that's okay. That's okay. Hey,
7.2.
If that was in your mind as a 7, then you stick with it. I'm going to go with a 7.3. I think it's a little bit higher than a 7. I think it's very good. I don't know if my taste buds just went into shock and wanted to grade it higher because of what it first tasted. Yes. But I will say I'm very happy with it, and I would definitely get them again. So thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Approved.
Approved.
And we're here. So now that we got cleaned up a little bit after that,
the broken cookie fiasco,
after the cookie review, first of all, thank you again. That was really kind of you to bring those in. Very thrilled to have you here with us. Before we go, why don't we have a little bit of fun, because that's what it's all about. And let's get to know Kevin and myself a little bit more. So here's what I'm thinking. On the fly, I'm going to name a couple of things. You're going to tell me either or. Okay, let's go. Beer or wine?
Wine.
All right. Swimming or running?
Swimming.
You had to think about that one.
Both are challenging for cardio right now.
All right. What about beach or lake?
The lake with the beach.
The beach. Nice answer. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more here. Let's say, are you a night person or a morning person?
I'm an all-day person, but I'm always happy in the morning.
All day is a nice answer, but morning, you're happy.
I'm ready to go.
Excellent. Yeah. There you go.
And for you, okay, so swimming or running?
Oh, definitely swimming.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Really? That's right. You're not a beer person. Okay.
I mean, I'll do wine. I'm not going to turn it away, but beer.
Okay, so lake or beach?
I'm going to say it's tied. I was always a beach girl for my whole life, but if I'm going to live somewhere, I'd rather live by a lake.
I agree with you.
If I'm going to vacation, it's a beach.
Let's see. Play or movie?
Movie.
One
more and we'll wrap it up.
Cake or steak?
Ooh, did you say cake or steak?
Yep.
Ooh, sweet or delicious? I'll go steak.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. I would go with the steak before the cake.
Yes, definitely.
Savory across the board. We'll do chicken wings next time.
Okay. Okay, we could do that. I like something new. That's cool. All right. So, Kevin, this was a blast having you here with us. Just kind of shooting the shit, getting together, having some fun. Raw, real estate. We come together, we're transparent, and that's, what it's all about.
And I'm proud to be a member of your team. Red Dog has been great to me. We have so much coming up and some listings coming up in our future, so I look forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot more to come, so check out the next podcast. It will be coming out in the new year. And on that note, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Thank you. Like and subscribe and tell us what topic you want us to talk about. Bye.